Good morning, one and all. This is V. Shanmugh of admission number 200003176. I am a cloud peer mentor. As part of peer mentoring activities, I am doing this vlog on the concept of history of AWS. Let me share my screen. This is the PPT of AWS, which comes under the concept of cloud and edge computing. The agenda which we will discuss in this session is introduction of AWS, primary goals of AWS, areas of growth, timeline, and finally the summary of AWS. Introduction. Coming to introduction, AWS has started by the person called Jeff Bezos in the year 1994, which you can see here. After that, he has launched Amazon.com as an online bookstore which sells books or gives books for rent. Next, in the year 2005, he has started Amazon Publications. He started his own publications. In the year 2006, he started the web services, which is now the boss of web services. And then he started Kindle, which gives you audiobooks, etc. Then he entered into the fresh market, and then game studio. uh, he rapidly increased his business year by year, and latestly in 2015 he has launched Amazon Echo, the home services, or the we can say it as home appliances. Intro to AWS. Amazon Web Services, also called as AWS, which enables business and developers to use web services to build scalable, sophisticated applications. Amazon Web Services has many categories called storage, compute, content delivery, analytics, messaging, compute, database, app services, paymenting, mobile networking, on-demand workforce, and VPC. Coming to the next agenda, area of growth. AWS rapid phase of innovation. In 2009, there used to be 48. In 2011, it increased to 82. We can say it as double. And next in 2013, it increased to 159. Again double. Here it is 722, like approximately 6 or 7 times. Means we can see the timeline which is increasing rapidly. Services and features of AWS. We are going into AWS. AWS is a language and operating system agnostic platform. You can choose the development platform or programming model that makes the most sense of your business. There are about 2,000 plus services and features. Important ones are Amazon EC2, Container Service, Code Commit, AWS Elastic Transcoder, Amazon Workmail, Amazon EFS, Amazon QuickSight, Amazon EC2 Container, AWS Lambda, AWS Code Pipeline, AWS Cognito, Config, Gateway, RTS for MariaDB, IoT, API Gateway, Amazon Machine Learning, etc. Whatever. These are the customers of AWS. According to AWS, they have categorized them into three types. One is enterprise customers, and startup customers, and public sector customers. You can see that from small companies like Dow Jones to Adobe, there are enterprise customers of AWS. Here you can see the big giant companies called Spotify, Banzo, etc. Diffbot, Reddit. These are all comes under startup companies of AWS. Here you can see the giant space research company NASA, whatever. All these companies comes under AWS customers. Benefits of AWS means why should we use AWS nowadays? There are six advantages, or we can say benefits of AWS cloud computing. One is trade capital expense for variable expense. We can limit the expenses when we can pay as we go here. Next, benefit from massive economic of scale. That means AWS maintains all the hardware and servers which we need. That means which customers need. Just we have to pay for what we are using. Stop guessing capacity. There we Here we cannot guess the capacity. We can compute as we want. Next, increasing speed and agility, which is very important. This category comes under time is important. Next is stop sending money on running and maintaining data centers. The final and foremost one, go global in minutes. Magic Quadrant. This is Gartner Magic Quadrant of cloud computing as a service worldwide. Here, this quadrant is divided into four types: challenge, leaders, players, and the other one is not very important. Here we can see Amazon Web Service stands in the leader position and in the topmost position. Next comes Microsoft, and then Google, VMware, IBM. These all are next to AWS. AWS is the leading one. We can see here from this quad. Next, the timeline. Here comes into AWS infrastructure. AWS core infrastructure and services we will discuss here. This is traditional infrastructure, or we can call it before AWS. There used to be like this. Coming to security, they used to call firewalls ACLs, administrators. In the terminology of AWS, we can call security groups NACLs. AWS IAM roles are IAM users. Coming to networking, router network pipelines, which we study in CMS. Coming to AWS, ELB and VPC. Servers, there used to be only on-demand on-premises servers. In AWS, it is AMI and EC2 AWS EC2 instances. While coming to storage and databases, DAS, SAN, NAS, and RDBMS. While coming to AWS, Amazon EBS, Amazon EFS, Amazon S3, Amazon RDS. We can see how AWS has evolved into its sector. Now we can see the AWS cloud computing. This is the infrastructure layer which uh, which we cannot see, but we will use this. Regions, availability zones or AZs, edge locations. These come under infrastructure. Foundation service, compute, networking, storage, security. These all comes under foundation service. In compute, there are virtual, auto scaling, and load balancing. In storage, these are object storage, which we call S3, block, and archive. Platform as a service, databases which come under relational, non-relational caching, analytics, cluster computing, real-time, data warehouse, data workforce, app services. These are queuing, orchard testing, app streaming, transcoding, email, search, deployment and management comes under containers, DevOps tools, resource templates, usage tracking, monitoring and logs. Mobile services, these are not much important, but we'll discuss identity, sync, mobile applications, notifications. This is application level, which the user uses, or client side level, virtual desktops, collaboration and sharing. AWS foundational service. All services come under this foundational service. These are categorized into five types: compute, network, storage, security and identity, and application. For identifying it uniquely, they have given each with a different colors. In compute, this is the most valuable and mostly used foundational service of AWS. One is EC2, AWS Lambda, AWS EC2 Container Service, Elastic Load Balancing, AWS Elastic Beanstalk Auto Scaling. Networking comes under Amazon VPC, Amazon Route 53, AWS Direct Connect. And while coming to storage, Amazon S3, Amazon CloudFront, Amazon Glacier, Amazon Elastic Service System, Storage gateway snowball. Security and identity comes under IAM users, KMS, directory service, AWS Cloud HSM, AWS WAF. While coming to applications, AWS Work Docs, Amazon Workspace, Amazon Workmail. This is another type of service called platform as service. These are categorized into six types: database, analytics, app service, management tools, developer tools, mobile services, and Internet of Things. And on global infrastructure, as we have discussed earlier, infrastructure, this is brief points regarding regions. Geographical locations are also called as regions. Regions consist of at least two availability zones called AZs. Availability zones. Going deeper, clusters of data centers. Availability zones consist of clusters of centers which are isolated from failures in other availability zones. Each availability zone is isolated, which will not affect of any disasters or anything. This is AWS global infrastructure on these are all the AZs which we can see. Each and every part of the world is conquered by AWS. The orange colored parts are regions and number of availability zones indicated with the number inside. The white circles with a green outline are new regions coming soon, which will be available soon and turned into orange color further. Next, AWS global infrastructure. At least two AZs should be in the region. Example, this US East North Virginia is a region which consists of five AZs, namely US East 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E. These are all comes under a region. Asia Pacific Tokyo, it has three regions. At least two regions should be there. At least two availability zones should be there in a region. Regions and agents. Achieving high availability using multi-agents. These diagram specifies why there should be a more number of ages, because each and every ages are isolated. More ages leads to more disaster management, and uh, customer can feel the service of the AWS more comfortably. P plus available is AWS edge locations, local point of presence commonly supporting AWS service like Route 53 and CloudFront. AWS Management Console. By knowing all these, we can just use AWS Management Console. If we are having any doubts regarding AWS, AWS provides its documentation and AWS provides its service support. We can address the doubts and get clarified. This is all AWS history.